Welcome to Africa News Roundup. Starting off this segment, nearly 700 civilians have been killed in drone strikes in Sudan since January, the United Nations said, underscoring the escalating toll of a civil war now entering its fourth year. According to UN humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher, most of the deaths occurred in the first 3 months of 2026, with near-daily drone attacks reported across conflict zones. The strikes have particularly affected regions such as Kordofan and Darfur, where fighting remains intense. The UN's Children Agency has warned that drones account for a large share of child casualties, with attacks hitting homes, markets and schools. The UN describes Sudan as the world's largest humanitarian crisis, with nearly two-thirds of the population in need of aid. Officials also warned that continued fighting combined with rising costs linked to global instability could push even more people into hunger and deepen an already catastrophic situation. This is my analysis. The situation in Sudan is simply tragic. Civilians, including children, are being killed by drone strikes, showing that nowhere is actually safe anymore. The hunger and displacement makes it worse for people trying to survive, coupled with number of missing people, which also highlights deep emotional pain for families. Overall, it feels like ordinary people are suffering the most while the world isn't doing enough to stop it. Help is needed from around the world for Sudan. And still on African news, Nigeria will cut import duties on a range of goods from the 1st of July 2026 in a move aimed at easing living costs and supporting businesses. The presidency said duties will be lowered on rice, sugar, palm oil, passenger vehicles and construction materials. Under the new rate, tariffs on passenger vehicles will drop to 40%, bulk rice to 47.5%, and raw sugarcane to between 55 and 57.5%. Palm oil duties will also fall to 28.75%. Electric vehicles, mass transit buses, and manufacturing machineries will be fully exempted. Officials say global factors including the Iran war are adding pressure through higher fuel prices. Petrol prices have risen more than 50%, increasing costs for transport and businesses. Here is my view. The policy by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sounds promising, but many Nigerians may not feel the impact quickly. Even if import duties drop, prices might still stay high due to fuel costs, transport, and middlemen. So people will only believe it works when they actually see price reductions in the market. Finally, on Africa news, in the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo, dozens gathered at what is known as a standing parliament. Among the crowd were supporters of the presidential party, and the gatherings are being used to both test and champion certain ideas from those in power, according to observers. Some spoke of the conflict in the country, and some observers believe the country's president is exploiting the seemingly spontaneous gatherings to press for constitutional change to allow him a third term in the role. The tradition of standing parliament dates back to the 1970s, where it was used as a way to challenge the rule of dictator Mobutu Sese Seko. Here is my take. The situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo feels political. While the gatherings look like public discussions, it seems leaders may be pushing for more power. The ordinary people just want peace first, not constitutional changes. And that's all on this news and all those news we're getting from Africa News. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.